I like to call it moving up the value chain, that we can get higher and higher in the strategic value of our data by not just saying what happened, but by predicting what might happen in the future, and enabling us to make some better decisions. There's a lot of value in dashboards, and of course they're critical to showing our data as it flows, but we need to recognize these are not the end. They are the beginning of the data-driven decision process. Again, if we're building on the steps described earlier, we are creating a connected data ecosystem with clarity in its lineage, clarity in its definitions, and clarity in its business impact. And that will enable us to build these products that describe our data as it moves forward. Probably the easiest way to do it is something I alluded to earlier, which is benchmarks, thresholds, and alerts. If you are able to know what normal is, and again, plenty of algorithms to help you do this, then you can have alerts tell you when something is changing and alert you before you ever get to the dashboard. You can have much more of a pull system than a push system of data. That also leads us to ask some interesting questions about, if we know, for example, what leads are, and we know when leads change, well, what caused that change? One of the easy ways to investigate that is segmenting the audiences involved in that change. Perhaps certain individuals, certain groups, certain behaviors, certain pipelines of data in your organization changed and influenced that. So if we segment different channel and partner audiences, for example, we're able to uncover what were the true drivers of the changes that we either wanted to see or didn't, and make some decisions about how we're going to affect them in the future. Some of my favorite tools are things like lead scoring. These are algorithms that actually have a lot of history in like credit card fraud, identifying behaviors to trigger an insight. And instead of triggering a need to shut off a credit card, we can now say, wow, those user behaviors look a lot like some of my ideal customers. Perhaps I need to treat this this prospect differently, and engage with them differently. And it helps us develop what we might call those happy paths to move that customer and that prospect through a set of behaviors in order to achieve the outcome we want. We can also develop the financial models that let us play the what if game. Rather than using intuition to just roughly put a finger in the wind and guess where we're headed, these financial models can not only tell us what would happen if business as usual stayed the same, but also what might happen if we make specific changes. In fact, AI can be your friend here as well, because it can permutate thousands of different changes that might be implemented and help you arrive at a combination of actions that push you to a better outcome than you might have even predicted before. Some areas where those levers might be could even be in your co-op structures. With co-op, you can pull different levers by incentivizing different things, incentivizing different outcomes, or even making some things easier or harder to do. And these enable you to change your outcome overall and your future to come to you. By building a financial model, you can play those out before they ever happen, and see how they might affect your future in different ways and trade-offs. And again, the studies bear this out as well. 73% of customers expect brands to understand my needs before I ever reach out. And 70% of high-performing organizations already use predictive analytics to guide those business decisions. Again, I would say that's distributed unevenly, and where those predictions are is not consistent. But if we've done our due diligence in the steps before to build the foundations we need, we are ready to create the forecasts that will guide our future for many years to come.